Hi, it's Sandy. Hopefully you can hear me. There's my bicycle. I just took a little bicycle ride down to the waterfront in Portland, and I'll just give you a quick background there. There are the West Hills, and there's South Waterfront. But here's why I'm down here. I'm going to do a little urban sketching, and there's so many things. There are yachts and cool boats, but there are the dragon boats. We have dragon boat races every June, first week in June, for our Rose Festival. And I'm not sure where they keep these when they're not here, but we actually have teams come from all over the country, and it's a huge event, and we just have these great dragon boat races. But anyway, I'll try to slow this down, not get anybody sick. I am going to do a little urban sketching of these, but I thought I would take a little preview first. My husband was actually on a team once for work, and they were called the Dragon Butts. But I think, anyway, that was years ago when the kids were really small, and it was a lot of fun though to come out and watch him and watch all the teams. And yeah, being out here makes me want to come and watch again. Okay, there's this beautiful, nice blank spot there. Anyway, there's our skyline, and there's one of the many bridges, and don't ask me the names because I have not memorized which is which. So I'm back at home. It's the following week, and I sketched out the 3 dragon boat faces while I was at the water using only, I believe it was the 03 Micron, might have been the 4, and I took a picture, and then I sketched out in pencil. I sketched out the skyline behind it, and I am going to go over that in a 02. Okay, so I am showing you the photo I took, and this is what I am using to do the skyline. I did simplify it because I really wanted the boats, the dragon boats themselves, to be the focal point, and I didn't want it too busy in the background, so I took out a few buildings, and I took out a few details of some buildings. I actually took out a few boats, or I took out most of the boats. Oh, I didn't finish this, so I'll finish this while I'm talking. I took out most of the boats in the background. I left one mast here, and this little guy goes down to nowhere, so we'll just pull him down there. And I tried to keep it nice and simple. And then, of course, the colors in the background when I paint will be fairly neutral. And the sky was pretty overcast that day, but I don't know, I like a blue sky, so I might give it a blue sky anyway. But I will paint these more vibrant, and so they will naturally stick out. right, it's looking like I'm done. I probably, as usual, could do a few extra things to it. I added some marker lines for the teeth and things that I didn't get when I was out sketching. It's funny, I was sketching the boats with marker, and I was so hesitant after I did the first one to do the other two, even though that I'd already done that one, but I was so afraid that these were not going to come out as well. And the boats kept moving as I was, so you know, that's urban sketching for you, you know, things move on you. But it's not too bad. I'm kind of happy with the way it came out. And like I said, tried to keep the background a little neutral. So I'm gonna end this there and go download it before, as usual, I start fooling with it and making mistakes, which I love to do. And I am putting some dimension inside the nostril. And for some reason that nostril was red, and I certainly could use more color down here on this part of the mouth. But I think I'll let it go and be done with it. It's not supposed to be a masterpiece. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do, I stepped back and took a little look at it, and I feel that the boats just don't stand out from the rest. So I am going to just give them a little bit more shadow up here. Hopefully not too much. So yeah, that's what I feel like that will help them stand out a little bit more. So I'm mixing up some French ultramarine with just a tiny bit of whatever's in the palette to make the gray. There's a little brown, a little dark night, a little roasted coffee. And if I give them shadow, it adds a little more dimension. It makes them hopefully stand out a little bit more than the background, which I was a little worried about the background taking over. But I actually think that might be the ticket. And I have a tiny bit of video, you can hardly see it, of one of the teams practicing. It was another ride of mine, and it was a completely different morning, and I saw some of the women. It was a women's team. They're called the Golden Dragons, and they were a little bit older, and they were out there practicing. So I'm going to try to include a tiny bit of that. But I think that helps. Now, thank you for watching. See you next time.